What's going on, El Paso? Welcome back to the podcast. Happy Texas Independence Day. From Mexico. This is the day where this is March 2nd, 2021. Welcome to El Paso Podcast. Right? Thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. Thank you for giving me a listen. Today is Texas Independence Day. On this day, as I was reading a little bit earlier, today is the day that Texas declared independence from Mexico back in like 1860 something, I think. That's as far as I read. Thank you for being here. This has been this was a good week. I had a good time this past weekend. If you follow, did I post it on the amp? I don't know if I posted it on the amp, the Instagram, on the amp page, Instagram. But we went out to a couple of events for Saturday, and some of the events that I talked about here on the podcast. And I posted a couple things on Instagram, I believe. Actually, I didn't. I think I posted on the story. I probably posted it on the Facebook page. I tried to post some stuff on there. I know I posted on the story, and I don't remember. It's gone already, right? And it was nice. The big event for us this weekend was the Kaleidoscope making their comeback this week for this year. Kaleidoscope pop-up market over there on a German pub by Viscount. And there's always a good turnout. I always like going to see all the vendors there. I always like to see the people there. They're kind of my kind of people, I guess, if that's what do you want to call it. It's all these I guess more alternative. It's more of an alternative market, which is what I love. That's one of the things that I really like about Kaleidoscope, and I was really excited for their comeback. After that, we went to the car meet. It was actually the first car meet by the old Germans. I was helping I just went. I mean, I helped a little bit. My buddies over at the Doomsday crew, I guess you could call it. That they're all. I don't know. I mean, you could probably call it a crew, right? They don't really call it a crew, but come on, it's a Doomsday guys. That's what I know them as, and that's who I was hanging out with. This Saturday in the morning, I went to go do a couple things. I don't remember what I did that Saturday morning, but I know that we've been doing some car shopping, right? This is a good year. I mean, there's a bunch of like offers and stuff like that. So my girl's trying to get like just under the wire so we could get a new car, which we desperately need. I mean, I'm on the motorcycle, but especially with the cold weather, or now we're going to start getting some rain, maybe, it's a lot easier to just, I mean, it's nicer, right? You don't have to worry about the weather. You don't have to worry about rain and things like that. So it's kind of nice to be in a car and not just on the motorcycle all the time. So anyway, we had a really good time. Went out to Mission Trail and had a good time. Went out to Casa Ortiz. Kind of got to meet the guys there at Footprints, and I'm planning a lot of things, right? I do want to make this centric on local artists and people that, if you delve in any kind of art, right? I'm trying to, first of all, I'm working on my studio. I'm starting to kind of make it to where it's a more comfortable place that people will feel comfortable coming in and giving me the opportunity to interview them. And I'm just trying to, I still feel a little, I don't want to make anybody uncomfortable. I don't want to make anybody worried that they're going to get sick. I was just reading today that apparently El Paso is going to like open, or I mean, all of Texas is like, hey, wide open. Everything, we're good to go. So, I mean, I don't know. It's good. Stay healthy. I mean, I just don't. That's what I don't want. I just don't want people to get sick. Is that too much to ask? I mean, it's. Yeah, I don't. It sucks. I mean, we're still. I know it feels like we're on the tail end of this thing, but we just have to be careful, right? I'm not gonna sit here and preach because I've been going to these events, and I've been meeting people. I've been trying my best to stay socially distant, and still try to have a good time and try to highlight our local artists. Where did I leave the cards that I got? I got a couple of cards here. I thought I did. Yeah, well, I guess not. I will find them. It was only a couple, and I think I did. I don't know. I have no idea where they went. Excuse me. I've been cleaning up my little table here, so every week this table is a mess. Every single week there's a mess on my little table here, and I'm gonna be really glad to get out in my little studio that I'm building. It's gonna be kind of a relief. I'm probably gonna have a better space to kind of keep all my crap here. But yeah, that's really what I'm hoping toward. Hopefully, maybe most weeks I'll be able to interview some of our local artists, creators. But yeah, I mean, I just I've been known to kind of put the wagon before the horse. If you know what that means, it just means that you kind of do other things before. You kind of focus on the wrong things, and you plan. Where are those cards? I have no idea. I gotta find those things. Well, yeah, no. Anyway, so I've been known to kind of, get excited and things like that, and I've actually been learning. I have no idea. There they are. All right, see, there you go. It's actually just a couple. So, at the past event here that we had at Mission Trail, there was they were highlighting some new artists. I'm starting to get the hang of the place, right? It's coming along. They're getting a lot of people. There was a lot of people there this weekend, and a lot of people are artists. A lot of people are art enthusiasts. So it's really nice. You get to meet a lot of people. The band that was there this week was it Thursday, I believe? Thursday or Friday? The band that was there was Footprints, and I really like them. They're kind of, I don't know what they consider themselves, so, and I would hate to speak for them, but to me it had this feeling of coffee shop, like mellow rock, right? And it's things that I don't know how to explain it. It's music. It's really mellow music. That's probably the best way I could explain it. They have a saxophonist. They have a guitarist, a bass player. I love watching a bass player. It's like very. You go into like this trance. It probably has to do with, I don't know if you guys ever saw that episode of The Simpsons where Homer gets a bass. You should look it up. It's a good episode. Because I think he wants to go into. I don't know why he goes. He probably goes with Lisa to like a music store, and one of the salesmen there, he's trying to get a guitar. I don't know. I don't remember what the premise was. Right. I don't know what the reason was. I just remember that I think he kind of gets suckered into buying a bass. Like the guy starts telling him, "Hey man, you're like a cool guy. You would look cool with a bass, like slapping the bass and do some licks and stuff like that, right?" I don't know the lingo. I'm not a bass player. Not yet. I mean, I would like to learn, just for fun, and so I could just mess around here at my house. And he gets a bass, and it's cool. Like, I mean, bass players are cool, right? And the drummer, she's I Actually, she's probably the one that I didn't get to meet. She's this shorter chick. She's really, I don't know. She's badass. She's pretty cool. And yeah, they're really good. So it's Footprints. Check them out. They've been doing a lot of gigs here recently, and I don't think they have one of the guys gave me his Instagram, and it's actually here. It was Manny Lozano. He's on Instagram, and you could probably reach him, and he's the one that would probably book you, right? And he gave me his Instagram. For some reason, inside Casa Ortiz, I think the reason is actually that it's an adobe house, and it's deep in Socorro, and I don't have any service inside the actual venue inside Casa Ortiz. So it says here he gave me his come on, what are you doing? He gave me his Instagram, and he also gave me the Instagram for the band. And it's actually Instagram is Footprints El Paso. So let me. I should have done this before I started recording, right? And they actually played at both places. It's almost like I was following them around. I was we went to Mission Trail. Sorry, I was just just listen to my dog barking, right? Sorry. It's almost like I was following Footprints around, which is hey, one set of footprints, if you get it. And I'm not gonna try to find out what my login is. So let's try to go on my phone up here. Let's see. Yeah, and he gave me his Instagram. Let's go. Footprints El Paso. It's just really mellow music. Okay. Hashtag Footprints El Paso. Follow. Yep, there it is. Footprints El Paso. Hashtag Footprints El Paso. Let's see if they... recent. What about at? At Footprints El Paso? Maybe if I just do the at. Come on, man. You're really failing your listeners here. That's why you don't have any listeners. Nope. Let's go to Manny's. How's that? Manny Lozano is Manny with two N's. Lozano is zeros instead of O's. That's how he told me it was. And he's actually a musician for a bunch of bands here. And he did post some pictures. Oh, look. She's having like a burrito. I was just talking about the drummer. Man, you guys should go look at this thing. Just, so yeah, there's this video of the drummer, which I think she's the only one that I didn't really meet when we were out here. But yeah, anyway, so follow him. That way you could follow where they're playing at next. And it's Manny Lozano, MANNY L0 ZAN0. So that's Manny Lozano. He's actually the guitarist. And I don't know. Usually, like guitarists are like the frontman. Is that fair to say? That's usually who is right. I mean, it's usually who's in charge of the band, kind of. Not in charge, but they're the frontman. That's what they're called usually. Anyway, so that's kind of how our weekend was, and of course Sunday, if you keep following the AMP El Paso Facebook page, it's there was a wressling over at Tequila's Discotheque. So it's always a good time to go see some wrestling. I'm also planning on doing some stuff for them, both Tequilas and individual wrestlers. That way we could. I just want to get to meet all those guys and give them a chance out here to give us their story. I know here in Juarez they had a TV show in one of the local stations where I don't remember, I think it was like Arriba del Rin or something like that. I don't remember what it was, and it's a good show. If my girl's dad is a big like wrestling nerd, and he's like an enthusiast, right? Just because nerd, it's, I don't know. Is that mean to say? Excuse me. It's he's really into it. He likes buying the masks and everything, and it's cool. And with my dad, having been a wrestler, and my grandparents owning the that wrestling arena, I grew up in that world, and it's really cool. I mean, I really, really, really like it. And as soon as I just feel a little more comfortable, it just El Paso is. I think we're doing better, but I don't. I don't know. I'm just still hesitant. What if this whole thing is playing a trick on us, and it comes back comes back with a vengeance. So yeah, I just don't want to get. I don't want to get anybody sick. I don't want to get sick. So that's really what the thing is, and yeah, that is. I mean, what are you gonna do? What am I gonna say? Hey, come on, just sit in a tight, soundproof room with me, and if you got sick, or if anybody has the sniffles or whatever, I'm gonna get all weirded out, and you're not gonna be able to enjoy the experience. This should be something kind of cool, right? You're opening up over at the Kaleidoscope pop-up market. We had a lot of our local artists, and I do want to get some of their art to decorate that new studio. And I think I might post some pictures of that. I'm gonna post some pictures of the progress. It's a small adobe room that I was actually considering knocking down, and it's here in the land that we bought. So that's what I really want to fix it up. I want to make that. I don't know. It would give a good vibe to what I'm trying to accomplish. So I just gotta get through all the whole regulations, and go through the city and get it up to code or whatever. And that way I could start having people over, and I gotta figure out the whole COVID protocols thing. If I'm gonna ask them, hey, did you have a test recently? I know a lot of employers are doing like those work tests and stuff like that. So maybe I could just bring like a proof of a test or something. Since yeah, I mean, especially these wrestlers. These wrestlers are, most of them have like a day job, and they also do their passion, their sport of passion. So I would hate to just get them sick or anything, and take away their livelihood and what moves them. So it's coming up. I might post some pictures on the AMP page of the progress. I started working on it kind of last year, and then a lot of things came up, and it's kind of been slowing down and with work, and part of it also is because I'm lazy, so I'm not going to try to say that I'm not really responsible for it. So I'm just trying to get that done, and it'll be done for sure. With this new car, also, I want to fix up the driveway. That way, I don't know, it's more taken care of, I guess. So there's a lot of work coming up. And I had a really good time this whole weekend, and now it's we're kind of kicking it into high gear up here. We're gonna have a lot of things coming up. So let's get into these events. There's a few events coming up this weekend. There's let's see. Yeah, my list is pretty good. I'm gonna start getting into. This is kind of out of my wheelhouse, and it's gonna be fun to learn about different genres of music. This guy that I know, Leo, I haven't heard actually from him recently. I hope he's doing good because I want to hit him up to be probably one of our guests here, and just kind of tell me his story. I've been kind of following him since he started this, and he's one of the people that I want to have. I feel he's going to open me up to a different genre of music and a bunch of other people. That way, I could help them. We could help each other, right? This is this is artist lingo where it's a collaboration to that hopefully would benefit both people. So as usual, we have our markets coming up. Kaleidoscope is kind of running now and in full effect. So you go ahead and hit them up. Go up to their page, their Facebook page, and they'll be updating on when they have their events, their markets. This one, it's just starting out. This new season, so I think it's very respectable that they're starting. They did take care of how slow everything is going on. So that's one of the things that I like. They were waiting, and now where everything is kind of coming back to, dare I say, normal. I feel like they waited long enough, and there was quite a few people there, which is nice. Let me just lower the volume here because I don't want these things to pop up. So actually, the next market is not coming up this next weekend. It's going to be Saturday, March 13th. So you know what? We'll talk about that one next week, next Tuesday up here. So this weekend on Sunday we have the Upper Valley Farmers Market. That's going to be over on Mesa, and I think there's also going to be one at Sullen Park Casino. They're at the parking lot. So First Avenue Artisan Market is going to be also this Sunday, and that is at 301 South Ochoa Street. They have their artisan market there. The El Paso Rhinos are also playing this Saturday. Look, there's another podcast here that I'm gonna have to look for. Midnight Porridge podcast this Saturday at 9 p.m. I am looking into doing things with Juarez, just as things. It's gonna start going a little by little, right? There's a lot of stuff going on in Juarez, and I'm not about to leave them out, right? Our sister city, come on, gotta give them some acknowledgement and some follows, and I mean, people out there. It's not that they don't care, but they're out a little more. And I mean, honestly, let's face it, they were a little worse off than we were here in El Paso, both during the pandemic and during our snowstorm here a couple weeks ago. And a lot of people are still doing their part to try to help down there. And we're coming, Juarez. Ya vamos, ya mero. Okay, so this Thursday, and I believe this is from Thursday through Sunday at the El Paso Comic Strip, comedian Steve Kramer is going to be there March 4th through the 7th. Those events are usually start at around, they open their doors around 6:30, so you could go up there and do maybe a little pre-gaming, right? Or already at the, is that not how you use that word? I'm already that out of touch. Pre-gaming is at your house, right? That's where that happens. Because you're already gaming once you're at the place. So anyway, I mean, you could show up there 6:30. I believe that's when they open their doors. They usually have a couple of shows a day, and that's starting Thursday, March 4th through Sunday, March 7th. This weekend, also on Saturday at 7 p.m., comedian Felipe Esparza is going to be at the Coliseum. And I've actually been wanting to look into this event because I think he might be doing an outdoor thing. I haven't been to some of the recent events here at the Coliseum because there hasn't been any. Let's be honest, there hasn't been. They've had the drive-in for Black History. What is it? Black History Month? Is that what it is? Right. So I haven't been to that, and I know. Obviously, since it was a drive-in, that was outdoors. So yeah, Felipe Esparza is going to be there this weekend at 7 p.m. I believe his comedy special this time around is called A Night Under the Stars. So that would lead me to believe that it's going to be outside. So, hey, what are you going to do? Also, Rock House Bar and Grill is coming back also with some bands coming already. I know the one that I'm kind of excited for is Sepultura. They're coming later this year. This weekend, though, they have What We Do tour with Scream at the Sky and Andrew W. Boss. And that is this Sunday, the 7th, and that is starting at 6 p.m. at Rock House Bar and Grill. So go check that out. Like I was saying, hey, look, something came up here that it's El Paso or Texas Independence. Huh? Look at that. That's cool. Hey. And this is one of the events that is coming up that, like I said, it's not that I'm not a fan of. It's just I'm not open. I haven't been opened to the wonders of this genre. But this is going to be at the Green Door El Paso. And let's see. This is going to be Harry Romero at the Green Door El Paso. And I'm just trying to read this before I can stop talking about something. And there's going to be doors open at 8 p.m. on Friday. Friday at 8. Tickets are $10. Everybody's welcome. They are going to be at 50% capacity. Everybody's going to be seated at a table. And they'll be taking care of you guys there at Green Door El Paso. The address for Green Door EP is 8750 Gateway Boulevard East. And that is Harry Romero. Let me see what the genre is actually, right? Because let's be honest. I'm kind of out of my element here. If you're... there is a warning here. If you're going to be acting unsafe, you're going to be kicked out. And all your buddies are at your table. So you know what? Go out, be safe. Don't cause a scene, right? We're good at causing scenes, but we're all worried about all this. And come on, don't be an idiot. Let's try to be safe. If you want the, I don't know if you start talking about rights or whatever, but if you want the right or the if you want to be able to go out, just be safe and don't cause a scene. Don't be an asshole. Come on. There's gonna be let me see what this one is. I have no idea what this one is. This is a Commerce at Raves. So wait, is it Commerce? Spectrum at Raves Kitchen and Bar. All welcome, no cover. That is also Saturday at 8 p.m. Spectrum is a local talent, and this is a DJ vibes from. So there's gonna be. I'm guessing these are DJs, right? Like I said, I gotta get into learning different genres of music and stuff like that. So this is an event from 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. on Thursday. Oh Jesus, on a Thursday, man. So that's going to be from 8 to 9, there's Epics. From 9 to 10, Brian Ochoa. From 10 to 11, Frankie Licious and Robbie Ruckus. 11 to 12, Enriquez and Carmody. 12 to 1, how do you say this name? Celasor. And 1 to 2 is Gaijin. I know that one from the Tokyo Drift Fast and the Furious movies. Right? So that's Spectrum at Raves Kitchen and Bar. Here at 6816 Commerce Avenue here in El Paso, Texas. So go check them out. It's one of the events. You know, hey, I'm getting out of my element, right? So I'm just trying to. I'm trying to be inclusive here of all the genres. And I think that's close to it. There's a lot of events. There's a trivia night at Rubik's Arcade Bar. Trivia nights are nice, so go out and check them out. That's actually today. Oh man, I gotta post this already. So that's actually tonight at 9 p.m. They're at Rubik's Arcade Bar, and I do believe that one's next to. I'm running a little short on time here, so I think that one's close to UTEP. San Elizario is having their Ghost of Camino Real Spirit Walk. And these are some of the fun ones that I know they did a lot around, not last year, but a couple years ago, around Halloween. I know they do them kind of year round. And San Elizario, you know, it's historic. So they're doing their, it's, look, Ghost 915, Paso del Norte Paranormal Society. San Elizario Ghost Tours. So that's what they're going to be doing. It's going to be their Ghost of Camino Real Spirit Walk. And that's on Friday at 7 p.m. going until 9. You know, nice and early. Because, I don't want to be out there when a ghost comes out. Crazy. But, hey, it's a spirit walk, and I don't know, you'd be walking with spirits, I guess. And I do believe the farmers market, and a couple of events in Juarez. We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. Let me see more. There's that podcast that I talked about. I'm just going back and forth through the events that I already talked about. So all these events have been on Facebook. I probably should have opened with that. But yeah, all these events that I've been talking about for the past, 30 minutes. Yeah, close to 30 minutes. Are all at the Facebook, and I am going to start sharing them this week. The one that's tonight is a trivia night at Rubik's. So, that's not technically art, but it's something to do outside. The Harry Romero at the Green Door El Paso. Let me see if there was a couple more. I did start looking into the What's Up El Paso website, but, understandably, with the pandemic, they haven't posted a lot of things. I get it, so that's why I'm looking elsewhere. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all things I've covered. I did want to give a shout out to a couple artists that I did have a chance to kind of talk to them about. Maybe, possibly, I never know, future guests here on the podcast once that new studio is kind of being finished. The first one is Gabby A. Velasquez. Her Instagram, I think, is well, you know what, let me look it up. There's actually a couple Gabbies that I met. So going back to Instagram, I met Manny Lozano with Footprints. Lozano with zeros instead of O's. Gabby, it was Gabby Velasquez. And she actually, I like her new series that she had here in this last week's event. It's a lot of pictures of Dia de los Muertos with the old El Paso backgrounds, and I really like those. And then he also had these pictures of something that I'm definitely interested in, which was payaso, and they were more of is it acceptable to say cholo? That's not offensive, right? I don't really know, so I'm starting to learn. So go give Gabby a follow. Her Instagram is ga.velasquez. That is on Instagram, and she's a right here. Let me read her little bio here. Visual photographer, visual storyteller covering the U.S.-Mexico border in El Paso. UTEP BFA in studio art. Hashtag El Paso photographer. Right. So that's go follow her. It's she's really great. And she was one of the people that I met there. One of the other people that I met was Gabriela Alvarado. Her Instagram is gam artwork, and she actually kind of gave us a little story. She's definitely one of these people that I do want to interview. Not to jump ahead, but hey, I'm just giving you a little teaser, right? She's one of the people that both me and my girl we met, and I mean we were really cool. She's actually not like she wasn't born and raised here, but she's now a local for a few. She's been a local for a few years, and she kind of gave us a little of her background. We got a chance to see some of her art. If you go to gam.artwork on Instagram, you're going to be able to follow and find some of her art, and we'll have a chance to talk to her. One of the other people that I met on here was a local artist that he didn't have anything on display at Casa Ortiz this time around, and his name is Marco Sanchez. And he actually gave me his card. It's actually a very nice card. On the back, he's got a picture of like a guy on a horse with a gun. And I know he was I don't know if I should be able to, I mean, I can be able to talk about it, right? I'm giving him some what is it, exposure, I guess? Is it fair to say that? But his name is Marco Sanchez. He gave me his card. He's on Instagram as On Paper and Canvas all together. And he showed me some of his artwork and stuff like that. He didn't have anything on display there, but he kind of gave me a little rundown of his new series. And he showed me some of his prints which they were pretty intense. It was some cool stuff, and he was one of the guys that I met. So that's On Paper and Canvas, all one word, on Instagram. So give him a follow. That's Marco Sanchez. And of course, Footprints. I mean, I can't say enough good things about them. And all this has been able to come together because of Casa Ortiz. So that whole plaza, they're on Instagram as Plaza Ortiz. Go give them a follow. It's comprised of Casa Ortiz, Casa del Humo, the food truck, which they have all these smoked meals, which my girls loved. Everything. She's like, hey, every time I come here, every time we eat something and we buy something from their food truck, I'm never disappointed. So hey, what's better than that? Let's sing them their praises, and they're good food, man. Plus, you get a chance to have a beer. They're at Mission Trail, MTB, which I want to give thanks. I've been getting some. I've been getting a lot of beer from there, right? So it's a good time. Good people. Go out there and meet Rick. He's been working his ass off. My hat's off to that guy. He's running, working, and he's doing everything for that brewery. And best of luck to him. I'm gonna keep coming and visiting him and asking him for his latest stuff. And yeah, so let's support all local artists. I'm gonna keep looking for more artists and stuff like that. Eventually, I am getting ready to. What can I say? If I could, I would have guests already here at the podcast. But let's wait it out. Like I said, I'm usually put the wagon before the horse, but let's play it safe. Let's try to do this right, and it's gonna be a good time. So we're getting there. Stay safe, stay healthy. Just be careful when you go out. Still, practice all your social distancing and mask up and all that good stuff. It does seem like we're getting better. So that's good, and I just hope to see all you guys. Also, one of the last things, I did get a chance to talk to, at the Kaleidoscope pop-up market, I did get a chance to talk to Mike from El Paso Normal, and they're one of the groups that is not really so much pushing, but they're advocates for cannabis legalization, or at least decriminalization for now. Everybody says that Texas is, the last state. I don't know. There's a lot of possibilities. So let's just stay hopeful. And, not everybody wants to just get, smoke up and get all wild. A lot of people use it for relief and all that good stuff. So that is one of the groups that I did have a chance to kind of talk a little bit. So I might look into that also as well. So that's El Paso Normal, and follow them if you don't already. and they're some of the advocates for like everything that's cannabis and CBD oriented. So give them a follow. Don't forget to follow the podcast and subscribe to the YouTube. That is Amp El Paso on YouTube, at Amp El Paso on the Facebook page, at Amp EPTX on Twitter, and on the, what is on the Instagram? Man, I'm going to forget the Instagram. Amp EPTX on Instagram. So my little logo is the word Amp on a little star. And don't forget to give me a follow here. Amp El Paso on YouTube, at Amp EPTX on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. So I'll catch you guys next week. Stay safe.